Alright, here we are on this lovely, springy, summery like November morning. Gonna be a lovely day. So let's get started with a lovely little practice this morning. So gather your accoutrements because you never know what you might need. And let's get to it. Starting standing. And we're just gonna start with some knee raises using our abdomen to help pull that knee up. You don't want to be looking like this. It should be up nice and tall. Just to get things going and moving and warmed up and ready to stretch. Oh yeah. Now we're going to take it out a little bit wider. Maybe you're noticing now, feels a little bit of a burn going on. Yeah. And then from here, we're going to squat, lift, squat, and lift. We're straightening our supporting leg, opening up that hip as much as we can as we're doing the lift. So we're really firing up the glutes and getting that pelvis to lock into place. All right, let's get one more time on each side. And one. Bring it up to center. Let's lengthen the sides a little bit. Inhaling, right arm up, right foot back. Left hand grabs that right wrist, pulls it apart. Exhale back to center. And then to the other side. We'll get 2 more times on each side. Without falling over. Ideally. Back to center. Let's do some drop lunges. We're going to take that right foot behind the left, drop down as much as is comfortable, press back up, and then to the other side. That front foot, in this case my right foot and knee, should be lined up and facing forward. So that's what really activates that side of the leg. in particular our TFL and glute med on the outer edge of the hip. One more time each side. All right, a little shake out. Then grab one of your blocks if you have one, or a pillow, something to squeeze above the knees, not at the knees. Inhale the arms up, lengthen the tailbone down. Exhale, press the hips back to chair. Inhale, pressing back up. And exhale, hinging down to our forward fold. Bend the knees as you need to. Reverse dive back up on the inhale. And repeating that little sequence with the breath at your own perfect pace. Being mindful of your form. And come to our forward fold this time. We're going to hold it there. Just that. Keep that spine long. Remember, if that means you need to bend your knees, then bend your knees. You don't want to be all hunched over like this. Long from the tailbone, right through the crown of the head. While we're here, if we want to stretch the sides out a little bit more. If you want to lift the toes, lift the heels, wiggle those toes around. Let's inhale, reverse our hinge back up. And on the exhale, come to half forward fold, our nice flat back position. Bring our arms out in front of us. Inhale, out to the side. And exhale, release back to center with the breath. Using those shoulder blade muscles to lift the arms. One more. Inhale, right back up. And this time on the exhale, drop the left, lengthening the right side. Inhale that left arm up. And exhale, drop the right, lengthen the left. Inhale, both up. This time on the exhale, release the arms to the side. Interlace the fingers. Inhale. Open the chest. And on the exhale, dive forward. Keep that back flat and level. Release the arms. Bend the knees. We're going to fold the arms. Letting our torso and thighs come together. You might have to adjust your block a little bit. That's okay. And we'll release the arms, and from here we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. We'll set that aside. We're going to take a nice wide stance. We're going to turn the toes out a little bit. Let's bring the hands into the heart center. Chest nice and open. We're going to drop down into our squat. Make sure those knees stay open. Those glutes are working. Help make that happen. Press up. A little shake out. And let's go right back down into it. Yes. We're almost there. And press back up. Turn those toes in as best you can. Up tall. Lock that pelvis into place. Quads are engaged. Let's inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, nice hinge forward. And you can place your arms on the floor, on the block, on the floor with your fingertips in towards you. Particularly good if you're really tight through the wrists and the shoulders. You can grab your toes. Or you can do a mix of all the above. Whatever you need to do right now is what you need to do. Let's take a walk over to the right ankle, and if you like, you can give that left knee a little bend. And then let's walk it over to the left, bending the right if you like. And walk it over to the right again. And one more time to the left. Someone's car alarm going off outside. That's lovely. And bring it back to center. We're just going to take kind of walk it to each side. Send the hips back. Just opening up the inner hip a little bit more. And let's walk it over to our right. We're going to turn that right foot towards the short edge of the mat. Plant that left heel. Turn it in. We're going to open, roll that left shoulder back and open. Right hand on the instep. Use a block if you need it. Pressing our right leg and that right arm into each other. Activates. Right in there a little bit more. And let's roll back forward. Bring our torso level with the floor. Give a little lift. Inhale those arms out to the side. Back left leg is nice and strong. And let's inhale, lift to our warrior one. On an exhale, let's open to warrior two. Maybe your right quad is burning a little bit. Mine is too. Let's inhale, dip back to reverse. Exhale back to two. Inhale, straighten that right leg. And as we exhale, send that right hip back, right ribs roll up as we come into triangle. You want to take that left hand, sweep it down, and come into pyramid pose. Maybe we gotta adjust our stance a little bit. Want to bend that right knee. Maybe send that left foot back a little bit more. We're going to take a little twist to our right. Left elbow, right knee. Keep that back left leg, that left knee lifted. Release the twist. I'm going to bring that left knee down now. Settle into a low lunge. And then we're going to start to straighten that right knee. Lengthen the back of the leg a little bit. This is also a good time to work those toes around, help release that fascia on the bottom of the foot that goes all the way up the back of the leg, up the back, and it starts on the front of the forehead. Yes, indeed. Let's bring it back forward, hands down. Just settle in here a little bit. If you want, you can let that right knee kind of fall out to the side. Lift up the hip a little bit more. And then we're going to walk around to the other side. Left foot towards the short edge of the mat. Right heel planted, right foot turned in a little bit. Find ourselves here. Left hand on the instep. Press the arm and the leg together. Let's roll that right shoulder back and open. Bring the torso back to level. Give a little lift. Inhale those arms out to the side. Inhale up to our warrior one. On an exhale, opening to warrior two. Make sure that front knee stays facing forward. And let's inhale, dip back to our reverse warrior. exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten that left knee. And on the exhale, send that left hip back. Left ribs rotate up. Right shoulder rolls back and open into a triangle. I'm going to bring that right hand down. Adjust as we need to for our pyramid pose. Now we're going to release down, scoot that foot back a little bit. And we're going to take our twist to our left, right elbow, left knee, and breathe. And we'll release the twist. Let that right knee come down. We'll inhale to our low lunge. And then we're going to release those arms. Start to straighten that left knee. Work those toes around. Really stretch the back of the leg. Use those quads. And pull back. Pull those toes. Use those shin muscles to pull those toes back towards your shin. So it really lengthens the back of the leg. And take note as you do this, do you notice if your arch has a tendency to want to turn in, straighten it out and activate, and notice how much more stretch you get. You don't want it to turn in. That's a sign that we're not really working here. It's really tight. Whoosh. Turn it, activate, stretch out like that. Okay, that's enough of that. Come back to our low lunge prop position. We'll let that left knee fall out to the side if we'd like. And then we're going to walk it back to center, kind of like right where we started. If you like, you can walk your hands behind you, kind of pull yourself around and under to the best of your ability. Bring it back to center. Let's heel toe the feet back together to forward fold. Inhale, reverse dive back up. And exhale, Release those arms to the sides. Little shake out. And now we're going to do a little one leg work. So let's start. Bring that left knee up. Grab underneath the hamstring, underneath the knee. Find your center here. Abdomen engaged. Quads engaged. Pelvis locked into place. And then we're going to do a couple presses of that heel. Start to engage and lengthen a little bit more. And then let's hold it. Keep the chest open. You're up tall. Bend that knee. And release. Shake out. Now do the other side. Right one comes up. Find your center. Everything engaged, locked into place as necessary. And we'll do those heel presses. And we'll hold. And bend the knee. And release. Let's do each side again. Yes. All right, left one up. Tall and in place. Do our heel presses. And hold. Bend the knee. And release. All right. Last time. Last side, last time. Tall. Activate. Lock. And press. And hold. Bend that knee. And release. Yeah. Not done yet though. Alright, right foot, right hand. I'm going to turn so that you can see what I do here. We're going to start to send the hips back. Left arm coming forward. And then as I'm able, if I'm able, I'm going to engage the glutes on the right side. This gives me a little bit of lift. That right knee. back to center. And down. Now we'll do the other side. Okay. Left foot, left hand. Find your center. Start to send the hips back. Right arm forward. Engage the left glutes. So I'm not pulling up with my foot up with my arm. I'm using the muscles of my leg, the hips, the glutes to do that action. There's a big difference. Hinge right back up. And down. Come down. Okay. Now we'll come to the front of our mat. And let's do a little revolved crescent to runner's pose vinyasa, just to start to move a little more fluidly. All right, here we go. Inhale, right foot back to crescent. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, revolved crescent. Inhale, sweep the left hand back up. Exhale, hinge down to our runner's pose. Inhale, back up to crescent. And exhale, back to standing on the other side. Left foot goes back to crescent. Exhale, revolved crescent. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hinge to runner's pose. Inhale, reverse the hinge back up to crescent. And exhale, return to standing. Keep it going with the breath. Let's get one more time on each side. Shake out. So for the next thing, I have a block or two close by. Maybe you won't need it, but I know that I do. We're going to come into lizard pose. So I'm going to bring the floor up a little bit, possibly, if you're not really flexible through the hips. I'm not. So have those at the ready. All we're going to take it back to crescent pose. Left foot, I brought my left foot back. Exhale down to our runner's pose. Now, I have my blocks on the instep. And I want to keep the spine long as I come down into a lizard pose. You don't want to be like this, all rounded. You're defeating the purpose. Bring it up if you have to. You want to be able to keep that spine long. And I still got more rounding than I really like. Alright, we're going to release our lizard pose. Come back to runner's pose. Step that left foot forward to a forward fold. And just whoosh, hinge right back up. So let's do the other side. Right foot back to our crescent pose. Exhaling down to our runner's pose. Get ourselves set up. And then let's take our lizard. Long spine. Everything is long and lengthened and lined up nicely. Alright. Release the lizard. Back to runner's pose. Right foot steps forward to our forward fold. Just hinge right on up. Okay. Now we're going to take it down to the floor. Two seated. With our feet flat together, knees together as best we can. Nice long spine. We're going to start to hinge back till we feel some activation in the middle. Let's bring our arms forward. Lift the feet if we're able. And if you can, straighten those knees. If not, that's okay too. Might not be there today. Bring the feet back down. Lengthen the spine up. Exhale, keep the spine long as we fold forward over our thighs, over our knees. Let the head and neck release. Bring it right back up. And let's do it one more time. Hinging back to get that activation. Arms forward, feet lifted. it down. Lengthen up. And let yourself come forward. Alright, let's bring it back up. And I'm going to bring my left knee in front of me, lined up with the hip. Swing the right one out to the side so it's lined up with the hip. In this fashion, and depending on how flexible or not flexible you are, you can keep that left front foot, the knee at 90. If you're really flexible, if not, scoot it in a little bit. And we're going to use our glutes, give them a little wake up, a little tap back there because that usually turns them on enough to lift that knee. Keep the finger there if you need to make sure that you're using the right muscles. You might not lift very far. In fact, it might not even lift at all, but you should feel that engagement back there. Keep yourself up tall and the torso forward. And lower it back down. We're going to rotate to our left. Leave our hands on the outside edges of our mat. We're lengthening. We should be getting a nice big stretch all through our side on our right. We're going to inhale, come down, exhale, press up. Let's do it 2 more times. Bring it back to center. We're going to then switch. Get ourselves lined up. Right knee in front, left arm out to the side. Everything lined up with the hips. Let's give that left glute a little bit of a wake up. And lift that knee. One side might be easier or work better than the other. That's pretty normal. Also lets us know where we have areas in need of improvement. And bring the knee down. Rotate to the right this time. Hands outside edges of the mat. Inhaling down. And exhaling up. 2 more times. And we'll bring it back to center. We're going to keep that right knee as it is. Swing around. I'm going to stack the left one on top of it for Gomukhasana, or cow face pose. To the best of our ability, of course. So here we're up tall. Just let yourself relax into it. And as you're ready, willing, and as you're able, you can start to fold forward. Or not, you might not, that's okay too. Bring it back up. And then we're gonna switch. I'm not on the hard floor with my ankles. It's not very comfortable that way. Oh boy. All right. Relax into it. Breathe. Don't resist the stretch. If you feel yourself resisting, you've gone a little bit too far. Back off a little bit until you can settle in, and then see if you can take it further. But stay within your means. And bring it back up. Untangle. We're gonna roll it on back. And the blocks at the ready. And I'm gonna take my blocks and slide them under the hips, under the sacrum. Let myself rest on those. Extend the left leg out. We want to keep that knee down. We want to keep it from popping up. And we're going to bring that right knee in. Release the right. And then let's bring the left one in. And release the left. Let's slide that out of there. Extend the left one again. Bring that right foot up. Use those quads. Straighten the knee as much as is comfortable. Rotate the ankle clockwise. And counterclockwise. Point the toes. Press the heels. Splay the toes if you can do it. Point. And press. And we're going to take that leg, drop it over to our left, opening the chest to the right. Bend that right knee, bring it in towards the right armpit, right shoulder. And out on the floor with the left one. Let's bring that left one up. Engage, rotate clockwise. Counterclockwise. And point the toes. Press the heels, splay the toes if you can do it. Point. And press. We'll take that leg, drop it over to the right, opening the chest to the left. Take that left knee, bend it, bring it in over to that left side. Pull that out of the floor to meet the right leg. Let's bring those arms overhead, interlace the fingers. Nice big deep inhale. Gather up all your tension, flex all your muscles. Make a face. Hold it. Hold everything. Exhale and release. Let it all go. Bring your arms to your side. And take Shavasana. And then let's roll it over to the right or left side to the fetal pose. And then press it back up to seated. Nice and tall. Inhale and lengthen. And exhale. Namaste. You may now go and share your newly enlightened selves with the world. Bring it on. Bring on the day. Bring on the week. Go get them out there. And I'll see you next time.